Welcome to African Women in Decentralized Finance Faucet. In Africa, women play a critical role in driving social progress. They not only manage households, but also contribute significantly to economic activities, often in informal sectors. Despite their invaluable contributions, over 60% of women remain unbanked, facing obstacles in accessing financial tools and resources. Women are the custodians of One Health, a concept that recognizes the interconnectedness of human, animal, and environmental health. For a baby to be born healthy, the mother's well-being is pivotal. Financial empowerment becomes a catalyst for this well-being, enabling women to afford nutritious diets, access healthcare services, and create an environment conducive to a healthy pregnancy and upbringing. Empowering women financially is a crucial step in disease prevention. With resources at their disposal, women can invest in better animal health care, improved cooking facilities, and hygienic practices, reducing the risk of disease. Financially empowered women can also invest in better sanitation, cleaner water sources, and improved housing conditions. This not only enhances immediate living conditions, but also contributes to long-term environmental sustainability and community health. Financial empowerment opens doors to education for women and their children. With access to resources, women can ensure their children receive quality education, breaking generational cycles of poverty and fostering a more prosperous society. Join us every Tuesday for our Learn to Earn sessions, where we empower women through DeFi, providing them with the tools and knowledge to transform their financial futures. Empowering women, transforming communities. Together, we can make a difference. Join our Learn to Earn programs every Tuesday. Check our website. Welcome to African Women in Decentralized Finance Faucet. In Africa, women play a critical role in driving social progress. They not only manage households, but also contribute significantly to economic activities, often in informal sectors. Despite their invaluable contributions, over 60% of women remain unbanked, facing obstacles in accessing financial tools and resources. Women are the custodians of One Health, a concept that recognizes the interconnectedness of human, animal, and environmental health. For a baby to be born healthy, the mother's well-being is pivotal. Financial empowerment becomes a catalyst for this well-being, enabling women to afford nutritious diets, access healthcare services, and create an environment conducive to a healthy pregnancy and upbringing. Empowering women financially is a crucial step in disease prevention. With resources at their disposal, women can invest in better animal health care, improved cooking facilities, and hygienic practices, reducing the risk of disease. Financially empowered women can also invest in better sanitation, cleaner water sources, and improved housing conditions. This not only enhances immediate living conditions, but also contributes to long-term environmental sustainability and community health. Financial empowerment opens doors to education for women and their children. With access to resources, women can ensure their children receive quality education, breaking generational cycles of poverty and fostering a more prosperous society. Join us every Tuesday for our Learn to Earn sessions, where we empower women through DeFi, providing them with the tools and knowledge to transform their financial futures. Empowering women, transforming communities. Together, we can make a difference. Join our Learn to Earn programs every Tuesday. Check our website. Welcome to African Women in Decentralized Finance Faucet. In Africa, women play a critical role in driving social progress. They not only manage households, but also contribute significantly to economic activities, often in informal sectors. Despite their invaluable contributions, over 60% of women remain unbanked, facing obstacles in accessing financial tools and resources. Women are the custodians of One Health, a concept that recognizes the interconnectedness of human, animal, and environmental health. For a baby to be born healthy, the mother's well-being is pivotal. Financial empowerment becomes a catalyst for this well-being, enabling women to afford nutritious diets, access healthcare services, and create an environment conducive to a healthy pregnancy and upbringing. Empowering women financially is a crucial step in disease prevention. With resources at their disposal, women can invest in better animal health care, improved cooking facilities, and hygienic practices, reducing the risk of disease. Financially empowered women can also invest in better sanitation, cleaner water sources, and improved housing conditions. This not only enhances immediate living conditions, but also contributes to long-term environmental sustainability and community health. Financial empowerment opens doors to education for women and their children. With access to resources, women can ensure their children receive quality education, breaking generational cycles of poverty and fostering a more prosperous society. Join us every Tuesday for our Learn to Earn sessions, where we empower women through DeFi, providing them with the tools and knowledge to transform their financial futures. Empowering women, transforming communities. Together, we can make a difference. Join our Learn to Earn programs every Tuesday. Check our website. Welcome to African Women in Decentralized Finance Faucet. In Africa, women play a critical role in driving social progress. They not only manage households, but also contribute significantly to economic activities, often in informal sectors. Despite their invaluable contributions, over 60% of women remain unbanked, facing obstacles in accessing financial tools and resources. Women are the custodians of One Health, a concept that recognizes the interconnectedness of human, animal, and environmental health. For a baby to be born healthy, the mother's well-being is pivotal. Financial empowerment becomes a catalyst for this well-being, enabling women to afford nutritious diets, access healthcare services, and create an environment conducive to a healthy pregnancy and upbringing. Empowering women financially is a crucial step in disease prevention. With resources at their disposal, women can invest in better animal health care, improved cooking facilities, and hygienic practices, reducing the risk of disease. Financially empowered women can also invest in better sanitation, cleaner water sources, and improved housing conditions. This not only enhances immediate living conditions, but also contributes to long-term environmental sustainability and community health. Financial empowerment opens doors to education for women and their children. With access to resources, women can ensure their children receive quality education, breaking generational cycles of poverty and fostering a more prosperous society. Join us every Tuesday for our Learn to Earn sessions, where we empower women through DeFi, providing them with the tools and knowledge to transform their financial futures. Empowering women, transforming communities. Together, we can make a difference. Join our Learn to Earn programs every Tuesday. Check our website. Welcome to African Women in Decentralized Finance Faucet. In Africa, women play a critical role in driving social progress. They not only manage households, but also contribute significantly to economic activities, often in informal sectors. Despite their invaluable contributions, over 60% of women remain unbanked, facing obstacles in accessing financial tools and resources. Women are the custodians of One Health, a concept that recognizes the interconnectedness of human, animal, and environmental health. For a baby to be born healthy, the mother's well-being is pivotal. Financial empowerment becomes a catalyst for this well-being, enabling women to afford nutritious diets, access healthcare services, and create an environment conducive to a healthy pregnancy and upbringing. Empowering women financially is a crucial step in disease prevention. With resources at their disposal, women can invest in better animal health care, improved cooking facilities, and hygienic practices, reducing the risk of disease. Financially empowered women can also invest in better sanitation, cleaner water sources, and improved housing conditions. This not only enhances immediate living conditions, but also contributes to long-term environmental sustainability and community health. Financial empowerment opens doors to education for women and their children. With access to resources, women can ensure their children receive quality education, breaking generational cycles of poverty and fostering a more prosperous society. Join us every Tuesday for our Learn to Earn sessions, where we empower women through DeFi, providing them with the tools and knowledge to transform their financial futures.
Hello everyone. Okay, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Okay, thank you, Doc. So, good evening, everyone. Welcome once again. This being our ninth session of Code 3 of our Learn to Earn session for the African women in DeFi. So, thank you everyone for joining. So, today we'll be looking at a topic known as Future Prospect and Innovation in Public Goods Funding for Women and One Health. Public goods funding plays a huge role in advancing our society. And as we move forward, it's essential to consider how new technologies like blockchain and decentralized finance can revolutionize the way we support initiatives that benefit women and the interconnected health of our planet. So today we are going to discuss how this innovation can not only empower women, but also drive sustainable solutions that improve health outcomes across the board. So I encourage everyone uh, to actively participate, and also ask questions. So let me take you through our agenda for today. First, we'll have our topic presentation by Faith, and then after that, we'll have an interactive. Uh, I will have our CEO of Actuate Biomedicine, Dr. Macharia Rungi, who will give us his additional points and comments on the topic. And then after that, we'll have an interactive question and answer session. So I encourage you to active. You can add your thoughts on the topic. Remember, this is a safe space for learning and discussion. And then after that, we'll have Diana Mondi, who will give us the presentation on Actuate Pre-Boston Nairobi Summit. And then after that, I'll do the closing remarks. So with that, allow me to welcome our first speaker, Faith. Faith, you are welcome.
Okay, thank you, Dolphin. Good afternoon. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Okay,
Good
thank
evening.
you. Thank you. Okay, the topic for, as Dolphin has said, the topic is about the future prospects and innovation in public goods funding for women and One Health. Okay, under this topic, we are going to discuss about innovative solutions benefiting women's health and One Health. Also, the challenges and opportunities in the field for women's health and One Health, and also why women participation is important, why quick guide and promoting women, why women participation is important, and also quick guide to promoting women's participation. Okay, I'm going to start Also, first, through the introduction, the public goods. I'm going to define the public goods. Is a commodity or service that every member of a society can use without reducing its availability to all others. Okay, I'm going to continue, sorry for that. Through the background, I'm going to start first, what's going to be an NB. Better future starts with investing in women's health. The conventional understanding of women's health, which mainly centers on reproductive and maternal health, must be redefined. When women globally have access to appropriate high-quality care, they can plan their families, increase their households' resilience to shocks, and advance their education. Healthy women transform society. Women's health is currently an undeserved area for innovation, facing disproportionately low R&D funding relative to its burden. To address this need, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and the U.S. National Institute of Health initiated an inclusive, consultative, cross-sector effort to generate a women's health innovation opportunity map as a collaborative framework to advance women's health innovation. And the opportunity map has three key components. First, it lays out 9 broad topics of women's health innovation with unique challenges, needs, and objectives. For each topic, leading opportunities were identified based on their potential for impact, readiness to scale, innovation, feasibility, focus on women's unmet health needs, and ability to improve healthy equity. Finally, specific solution strategies articulate actionable ways to realize each opportunity and create impact within the next 15 years. As such, this opportunity map provides guidance stakeholders across women's health R&D ecosystem, from researchers to entrepreneurs, investors, government bodies, and more. More can use to advance high impact investment and initiatives to improve women's health. There's a methodology used, a forum of over 250 experts and stakeholders representing over 50 countries and diverse perspectives across various geographic regions and sectors that work in women's health, gathered to develop opportunity map. Members convened monthly from January to July and were organized 2023 and were organized into 11 subcommittees that identified and developed opportunities within each topic. This opportunity map outlines a bold and actionable plan to address critical priorities to advancing women's health innovation. Publishing this opportunity map marks the first step to gather stakeholders in the women's health ecosystem and coalesce around impactful investment or opportunities needed to improve women's health.
Three rights and the freedom of animals. Right?
Oh, Elijah, we can hear you, Elijah.
Right to life.
Could you mute Elijah, Freedom? Okay, go ahead, Faith.
Innovators, influencers, and advocates from across the women's health R&D ecosystem to work together to realize the opportunities presented in this report, including the first one was to commit to equitable inclusion, participation, and funding of women. across the R&D continuum. Okay, the first one was commit an equitable inclusion, participation, and funding of women. The second one was invest in the areas of women's health innovation. And the third one was create a partnership. And commit to equitable inclusion, participation, and funding of women across the R&D continuum, including embedding sex and gender consideration to all stages. Invest in the areas of women's health innovation. Highlighted in this report that addresses critical needs to diverse groups of women and have high return on investment potential, including financial returns and health and social benefits. And the third one, create a partnership with the objective to strengthen the R&D ecosystem across to full scope of women's health. This scope for women's health, and there's a scope for women's health innovation opportunity map, which includes health issues, affected population, time frame for impact, types of R&D opportunities, partners whose values are represented, expected returns from investment. Under the health issue, the unmet needs in women's health, including for female-specific health conditions that affect women disproportionately. The third one, conditions that affect women differently, and conditions that are under-studied or under-resourced for women. Those are under health issues. And we're discussing about this opportunity map. Under the affected population, women, into bracket, including female assigned at birth, transgender and binary people across their lifespan worldwide, across different geographic, including race, ethnicity, age, generation, socioeconomic status, caste, and more. And a time frame for impact, the medium to long term, within 15 years. Type of R&D opportunities. There are three: description, discovery, and development. Description, it was to help to assess the burden or risk factors for the health issues. Under discovery, it is to discover or develop effective intervention to reduce or control the health issue. The third one, development, to improve upon or scale pre-existing and effective intervention. Partners whose values are represented. Okay, that's the fourth one. Under that one, funders, the researchers, the clinicians, patients, program implementers, policymakers, the products and services providers, and women. Expected returns from investment, accelerated innovation for women's health, and ultimately reduction in morbidity and mortality with increased well-being. Okay. And the other thing which was on the other subtopic, it was an innovative solution benefiting women's health and one's health. The Female Future Program's objective is to increase female participation in decision making. The Female Future Programs consist of 15 days of training over 9 months. During this period, participants receive competence, rhetoric, and leadership. The central goal of the program is to make the business environment more attractive to women, to increase the share of women in decision-making process, get business leaders to be driving force behind change, and facilitate work-related and family-related responsibility. The challenges and the opportunities in the field for women. there are opportunities in the understanding of basic biology of sex difference. People have moved from thinking that women are simply men with higher levels of estradiol or men without testosterone, and it's helping us to understand different presentation of disease in men and women. Most pressing challenges is access, making sure that those of lower socioeconomic class who are underserved can both be diagnosed earlier and receive treatment. Also, there are opportunities and challenges in understanding aging in women. So many diseases of aging disproportionately affect women because they live longer. Women's health investment faces growing challenges, physical constraint and resurgent anti-gender movement threaten and hard-won progress. Also, and the subtopic why women's participation is important. There is gender and why women's participation is important. Gender mainstreaming is one of the strategies we use to promote gender equality. It is a process of ensuring that all of our work and the way we do it contributes to gender equality by transforming the balance of power between men, women, and men. This means ensuring that both women and men are consulted and their different needs and perspectives considered at all stages of the program cycle. Design, implementation, monitoring, and evaluation. To be sure that our programs benefit women and men equally, do not harm or exclude women, and help to redress existing gender imbalances. However, women are often prevented from contributing to decision-making in both the private and public spheres.
We have lost your faith. Hello, Faith, you disappeared. Hello.
Hello, Doc. I think it's the network.
Yes.
She's having a network issue.
She's still on, or she's been dropped off.
She has been dropped.
Yeah, she has taught us something I've never heard of called opportunity map. Amazing. So what this guy is talking about opportunity map? She said it's an multi-sectoral dialogue process that came up with opportunity map from a conversation from January to July 2023. So this is quite recent stuff. All right. So, but I don't know what happened. Is she going to come back? Maybe Dolphin, you can continue.
Yeah, okay. She's back. Hello, Faith. Hello, Faith.
Hello.
Oh yeah, we
Okay, yeah, we lost you. You may now
Oh,
continue.
okay, sorry. The network issues. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Okay, I was in. We understand the issue pure women face.
we lost her again. All right. I think she's having serious network connectivity issues.
Yeah. Hey, Faith.
That's all right. Opportunity map. I like the conversation has gone from opportunity gap to opportunity map. That means a roadmap to the future. So the key, I think the secret for us is to see how we take this opportunity map and then we tokenize it. That means that we shower it with tokens so that the opportunities becomes realized opportunities. Because the opportunities without tokens are not realized. You see that? So the token helps us to realize the opportunities in the opportunity map. How about that? What do you think about that, Dolphin?
Yeah, I think it's okay. Yeah, it's a great idea.
Yes, the Actuate tokens, because all these meetings, a lot of meetings, this consultative multidisciplinary meeting, people talk and talk a lot, but they haven't figured out how to finance the opportunities they identify, okay, or to fund. So we are talking about retroactive public good funding. Now you can find these people have already come up with ideas that are fundable or finance worthy, but without finance. How about that? Ideas are financeable, but without finance. That's why we want this decentralized finance. Decentralized finance is the only way to fund the opportunity map. That's the idea. So I think that the key is now if you figure out how to take this opportunity map and then shower it with glorious tokens, the actual tokens. Yeah. So what we'd like to do, I think there's a beautiful article. First of all, we need to prepare it and publish it in Wayabi. And we also want to enshrine it as our way forward because it's going to help us create the roadmap. You see, we have an opportunity map. That means it's the roadmap suggested in there. Okay? But that's a roadmap without tokens or without funding. So how can we create a roadmap for decentralized financing for that opportunity map? Roadmap of decentralized financing for the opportunity map. See that? It's going to be the great question. And of course, we want that by the time we're coming to our summit in December, this is all clear. We know that how we're going to fund this opportunity. Already this is happening. It's not that we are not doing that. I think what we had from this opportunity map is identifying the needs, the real needs, women. Real needs. Of course, there's health needs. See, women have got health needs that are disproportionate, that the needs for women are disproportionate, but they're also different. Because a woman is not the same as a man, except there are some people who are quite confused about that. So a woman is not a man, and that means that indicates a difference. That difference has to be appreciated and has to be funded through the using decentralized finance. And then women are disproportionately affected by health issues because obviously women they are the custodians of One Health, meaning that the health of women comes first, and so that's a disproportionate. That's a disproportionality we are talking about, being the custodians of One Health. So that it's almost a divine requirement that woman she has a divine duty to be a custodian of One Health. And let me tell you, even those men who are confused about their gender, they can never be custodian of One Health. They can say that, okay, yeah, it doesn't matter whether you're man or woman. Now, let me tell you, that he can say, but in the real sense, that there's no man anywhere in this world who has ever become pregnant. Try to not, because to get pregnant, you require to have a uterus. Yeah, and so many other things. And even you cannot make a uterus and insert in a man. You can actually create a uterus in the lab and insert it in a man. Yeah, but that hasn't happened. It's not happening in this century. Not maybe even in 100 years, maybe in 200 years, when people become crazy enough that they'll be growing uteri in the laboratory and inserting it in men so we can just enjoy we can have the joy of getting pregnant. Yeah. Yes, but of course, there's a forced pregnancy, which is known as pseudocyesis. Pseudocyesis is a psychological problem or psychiatric problem where somebody can think is pregnant and yet is not pregnant, and then begins to act as if he's pregnant. That's called a pseudocyesis. It's not real. It's a mental illness. So women are disproportionately, carry the disproportionate burden of being custodian of sustainable One Health. That's what we are talking about. And as you know, this is about women in decentralized finance. So our job here is to explore how we use decentralized finance to recognize that disproportionate role of women as custodians of sustainable One Health, and also is recognize the difference of gender, the different things that affect women that will not affect a man. For example, there is no man who can get ovarian cancer because there's no man with an ovary, except the man had ectopic ovaries, which is what? Yeah. So you can see there's certain things like that are different between men and women, physiological, you could say anatomical differences, physiological differences are real. You cannot wish them away by saying that, okay, those anatomical differences and physiological differences do not matter. Yeah, we can say they don't matter, but when it comes to the physical world matters. Yeah. All right. So that is that's what I would like to add about that. So back to you, Dr. Salome. Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Yeah, I'm trying to mute her.
Do it, Salome. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think Faith is already done. So yeah, thank you, Faith, for that wonderful presentation. Yeah, for taking us through the future prospect and innovation in public goods funding for women and One Health. Thank you so much. So moving forward, I would like to call upon Dr. to give us his remarks on the topic. Yeah, so Dr. Masharia, you are welcome.
Well, hey, don't I just give you our remarks? Again.
Oh, I
Yeah,
thought you were doing some final touch up. Okay, so yeah,
yeah. Because this,
moving forward, yeah,
what I'm saying,
yeah,
what you're saying, it's a
yeah,
future. How we use the
welcome.
DeFi now. Mhm. So what I'm saying that we need to take this document talking about this opportunity map and combine it now with decentralized finance to create the future. Okay. All right. Go ahead, Dolphin.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you, Daktari, for those remarks. Yeah. Moving forward, I would like to welcome any question or any additional comments regarding the topic. Yeah, feel free. You can send your question using our chat box there down below your screen. So yeah, any question is welcome or any comments. Yeah, as I wait for your questions and comments, yeah, I would like to welcome Diana Mundi to give us updates regarding Actuate pre-Boston Nairobi Summit. Diana, you are welcome.
Okay, hi everyone. Thank you so much, Dolphin. Dolphin, kindly confirm if I'm audible enough.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to take you through Actuate Boston Nairobi Summit announcement. So as you all know, Actuate Boston Nairobi Summit is going to take place on December 3rd to 6th at Kenyatta University. And the theme is going to be using blockchain, DeFi, and AI to improve wealth and human development. And the purpose of the summit is going to be to gather stakeholders of blockchain, DeFi, AI, health and human development in Africa to discuss how blockchain, DeFi, and AI produce health and human development. So you can come as an attendee, as a sponsor, as an exhibitor, and also as a speaker. And for you to come to the summit as an attendee, there's a form that you'll be required to fill. And the registration fee for the attendee is $150. So you should secure your spot and come register as an attendee. And remember, if you get a chance to come as an attendee, you'll get a chance to network with other people to learn more about what will be happening at the summit. And you can also come as an exhibitor. So right now we are looking for the exhibitors and for the sponsors. And remember, if you come as an exhibitor, you'll get a chance to showcase your innovations and connect with a dedicated audience at the leading event on blockchain, decentralized finance, and AI for health and human development. And the reason why you should come and exhibit, like why should you exhibit, is that so that you can reach a targeted audience. You can also gain industry exposure, and you can also network with key decision makers. And the reason why you should come and exhibit is that so that you can generate qualified leads where you'll get a chance to engage with the highly engaged audience in seeking innovative solution in the healthcare and development space. And the benefit that you'll get as an exhibitor, number one is that you'll have a prime booth location. You'll also benefit from the conference, extensive marketing reach, and attract a steady stream of potential customers. You'll also get a chance to network, to have networking opportunities. Yeah, since you'll get a chance to connect with some leaders and potential partners. So for you to come as an exhibitor, you need to pay an exhibitor booth fee, $1,000 for you to attend the summit. And also another category is for the sponsors. You can come to the summit as a sponsor, and the first package for the sponsor is that number one is a title sponsor who gets to pay $100,000 to attend the summit. Then we have a diamond sponsor who pays $10,000. Then we have a platinum sponsor who pays $7,500. Then we have a gold sponsor who pays $5,000. Then a silver sponsor who pays $3,000. Then we have a bronze sponsor who pays $1,000. So if you get any chance, any opportunity to come across any sponsor, maybe a title sponsor, and you manage to convince them so that they can come to the summit, remember you'll get a chance to receive a 5% commission of pay, depending on which type of a sponsor you've managed to lure to the summit. And also the sponsors will have their benefit. So you can go to our website, click sponsors. You'll see the registration site where they need to register and pay the amount for them to come to the summit. And they'll really gain a lot and get a lot of benefit depending on which type of a sponsor they are. Another site is for the speakers list. So right now we have got a lot of speakers who will be attending the summit. For example, we will be having Dr. Michael Magoa, who will be attending the summit. We will also have Professor David Ndetei. Also, we'll be having Brian Koyundi. A lot of speakers will be attending the summit. So you need to come to the summit and get a chance to interact with these speakers. To the summit coming this December. Still the space for the speaker list is still open. You can register as a speaker. Another site is for the poster competition. You can also, this is another chance for you to come and attend the summit, apart from coming as an attendee, as an exhibitor, or even as a sponsor. You can come and present your poster to the people. So if you go to our website, there are guidelines for the poster competition, where you'll be required to submit your presentation about your innovation on the use of blockchain, decentralized finance, and artificial intelligence in health and human development. Also on your poster, you'll have to explain how the new technologies of blockchain, DeFi, and AI combine to improve access to healthcare and translation and commercialization of knowledge into products and services that will improve human lives. Also remember that you need to illustrate why the innovation is of significant importance to individuals, families, communities, and even the nation. If you go to the website, there is a lot of explanation on how you should present your poster. So you can go and register. Remember, time is going very fast, so we need to secure those sponsors and exhibitors to come to the summit. You can go to Google site, Google those companies, and I'm sure you'll find exhibitors and also sponsors to come and attend this summit. And also remember, if you remember the elected, maybe the winner for the poster competition, if you manage to qualify for the presentation, you'll get a chance to present again coming next year at Boston, July 2025. So let us work together as a team to make the summit a successful one. Let us look for the sponsors, the exhibitors, as quick as possible. And that's all I have regarding the summit announcement. And back to you, Dolphin.
Okay, thank you, Diana, for taking us through, updating us on the Actuate Boston Nairobi Summit. Yeah, I hope everything is clear about that. And on that note, if you have any questions regarding the summit on how to go about it and also how to participate, feel free to ask your question. Yeah, and also you can go on our website and also check on the program for during that day on between December 3rd and 6th. Yeah, and also the mode of payment as an attendees is also on our website. Yeah, so thank you, Dan, on that. If you have any question, kindly feel free to ask. Okay, since I can't see any question, I guess we'll conclude the meeting. Or Dr. Do you have anything to add?
Okay, well, only thing about the summit, which I just to encourage all of you to create posters, because when you create poster, the poster would pay for you. The poster would create for you the registration fee. So if you create a poster, you submit, it's accepted, then you see you do not have to pay a registration fee because your registration is the poster. Yeah. So one thing I want to tell you about this summit, it's a summit that's like no other that has happened in Kenya before, because it's a summit that is going to help you network very deeply with professionals in the fields of medicine, pharmaceutical science, engineering, leadership, government, and policy. So it's going to be profound networking. When you arrive there at the summit, everybody is equal to one another. There's nobody who is senior than the other. So because the only difference between, say, yourself and somebody who is a minister of health or somebody who is a CEO of a company, just the number of years. Those people just happen to be older. But it does not mean that you do not have it inside you, inside yourself, to become that person. So it's not that you have to become that person, you are already that person. It's that person has not manifested out of you. So the meetings like this helps you to go and discover yourself among others. You discover yourself in others, and that's how you advance your career. And we have created we have designed the summit itself to enable you to do that. It is going to be there by design. It is all in the design of the summit. And the design we are talking about is what is called as creative process. Creative process is where you have profound networking. When I talk about profound networking, that's not just meet and greet, say hello, or what people call speed dating. No, this is not speed dating. Okay? Where you go and present yourself for about 2 or 3 minutes, then you go. Or you go and listen to other people speak, pontificating upon you. No. Talking down to you. No. It is a profound networking, is where you sit and listen to someone telling you about what they do. And then you have the opportunity to tell that person what you do. And you have 3 days for that. It's going to be a managed process. We're going to manage that process to ensure that the conversation is equal for all of us. Everybody, we have open conversations called open dialogue process. So the technology for doing that, called social technology, is known as open space large group process. I want you to write these things down. Open space large group process. OSLGP. OSLGP. Open space large group process. What does that mean? it means that the conversations are open. They are not constricted. It's not like somebody coming to talk down to you because they would think that you're a junior person. You're not junior. You are senior in and of yourself. Okay? That's why you want to create a poster to illustrate your seniorness or seniorness in these things. Don't want to say there's no such word as seniorness. Yeah, but that's what open space light group process. How does it work? We shall get people when they come to the summit. For every session, we begin with a keynote address. A few people are going to speak with a keynote address to set the tone or shape the conversation. Then we break people out in different groups, which we are calling workshop. And each workshop is going to be comprised of people with specific interests. For example, we are going to have a workshop on women. So in the workshop on women, it's going to be a 4-day event or 3-day, let's say 3-day event from December 3 to December 5th, so that the December 6th becomes the day of putting everything together. So what's going to happen on December 3? After the keynote address, which is the plenary session, where everybody is present to set the tone for that day, to shape the conversation for that particular day. Then people go into their workshops. So in the workshop, they have specific presentation by a few people, but then they have to break down into small groups where they have open discussions. And the first day, they're going to be having very fascinating discussion about the future we truly want for women. And I think this is why the roadmaps that the opportunity map that Faith has told us would come in. What that opportunity map Faith has given us today is about the opportunity for the future for women. That's called the vision. What vision do we have for women in future? Because it's not present. It's not here yet. It is yet to manifest. So we spend the whole day, not 1 hour, not 2 hours, the rest of the day looking at that future. What does the future look like when women have equal access to health for this disproportionate need for health? What does the future look like where women have their different needs for health are recognized and they are served? What does the future look like when the women have got access to education? What does the future look like when women have got access to finance? What is that future like? How can these technologies of artificial intelligence, these technologies of blockchain and decentralized finance help us to achieve that future? See? So we're going to be creating on day one, we are going to be creating the future in our imagination. We're not going to create it. That future is already there. That future is already in your imagination. You imagine it every day. So you want to download it, double click, let it download, let it pour in front of others. And then we create a shared vision of the future. So day one is the day of generating or manifesting the shared future, the shared future for all of us in the whole group about women. So day two, we now look at where we are today. What is going on right now? Yes, what are the challenges that we are facing today? Why is it that we are not able to achieve in that future we talked about yesterday? What are all these things that stop us? What is a stumbling block? As you know, it is written that the Lord laid the stumbling block in Zion, the stone that make people fall. All right, that rock that make people fall is there in Zion. What is that stumbling block? It's written. That was Paul writing to the Romans, so I'm not inventing it. So there's a stumbling block. So what is that stumbling block? That's going to be the subject of day two, the stumbling block in Zion, the stone that make people fall, the stone that make women when you're trying to talk about women, even with all this opportunity map, we are not able to execute it. What is that? What does it look like? So we have to make sure we identify it. That process is known as catharsis. It's a cathartic process. Catharsis is a process of cleansing, where you're cleansing yourself. In Kikuyu, they call it daikio, like you are throwing up. Yeah. Oh, in mental health, they call it detoxification. Detoxification. So day 2 is a day of detoxification, so we can overcome the toxicity that is holding us backward. But you cannot overcome that toxicity unless we recognize it. So we can look at it and say, you are the toxic agent. And then day 3 is where we now create that roadmap. How do we use these new technologies, decentralized finance, artificial intelligence, to create a roadmap to the future? And how do we implement that? So because this is a shared process, we have to be rotating people in a process known as the World Cafe process. World Cafe is where you have open conversation, that people keep changing tables from table to table. They move from table to table such that by the end of the day, that is day 3, they have come up with ideas among themselves. So, and that is what's called profound networking. Imagine how many people, if you're 100 people, you shall have the opportunity to network with those 100 people, all of them in that session, in your vertical, let's say in a women group. So that is what is going to be happening. It's good, so beautiful, so empowering, that if you do not come out there with an idea of creating a company or an NGO or something, and you do not come up with support, you know that you have not gone through the creative process. So I've witnessed that creative process. It's extremely empowering. You actually find solutions, because when you have people who are high profile professionals mean that these are no nonsense people. When they start plotting, what they're going to say is going to get done. So you want to be in that conversation. It's very immersive. You want to be fully immersed in that conversation, or immersed in the spirit. All right. So when you do that, then on day 4, we have a summit of all the workshops. So all the workshops, the workshop leaders, they shall appoint their own leaders in each workshop, and they are going to tell us what they came up with in their group. And that is what we're going to implement, so that can be presented in Boston in 2025. So it's a continuous process, and this is a dialogue process, that's ongoing dialogue. So we can create conversation. Now, when you create relationships there, those relationships are everlasting, because you cannot break them unless you are not interested. That's why it's very important for you to be there, to be present in person. So what is the good news? Well, as you have heard, we're gonna be having about 15 different workshops, vertical workshops. So it's not just one workshop, because some people are interested in one thing, but they're not interested in other things. So there's going to be workshop that is good for you. So there's going to be workshop on women, like what we are doing today. There's going to be workshop on health access. There's going to be workshop on biomedical translation. There's going to be workshop on STEM translation. There's going to be workshop on body systems, like beginning with mental health workshop, neurology workshop, cardiovascular workshop, and so on and so forth, that we make sure we have workshops that are vertical workshops, where people can come up with specific solutions. I'm very excited to report to you. Can you feel that excitement? That several companies already have expressed interest in supporting those workshops, or in leading those workshops. Okay? And so now we're beginning to have competition, because who is going to lead those workshops? So we're giving the opportunity for companies. And if you know anyone who owns a company, tell them that they can come and lead a workshop of their choice, then we can create a workshop for them, The workshop itself is going to be a profound networking space where people get to know one another in a profound sense. Not knowing another juju, not knowing one another in the real sense, the 3 dimensions of life. So we keep talking about 3 dimensions of life is how to advance your career, how to get to know others professionally, and how to be an authentic person. That is obeying the first commandments, where you are aligned, where what you say you're doing is what you're doing. So those are the workshops that are going to help you emerge as a 3-dimension person. Now, certain companies, I'll let you know here, that have agreed to sponsor, to lead the workshops. Particularly, we have 2 companies that are retailers, retail giants. They sell goods, they sell things for you, for women. And retail giants are the backbone that women stand on so that they can hold the entire sky. Talking about companies like Naivas, Carrefour, companies like QuickMart, companies like KipchiMart. Is it called KipchiMart? Yeah. So specifically have expressed a lot of interest in leading the workshops. Okay. And that is superb because we recognize that the companies that do retail work, like supermarket owners make the work very easy for the women. And in fact, it is because of supermarkets that women find their life to become much easier. It makes One Health accessible. So supermarkets are the true access to One Health. And as women are custodians on One Health, women will rely upon supermarkets to do their job, to do their role, to hold the entire sky as custodians of One Health. Okay? So that is what retailers are coming to do. And one message that the supermarkets, we want them to comprehend, because they already do it intuitively, but they have not expressed it. It's not explicit. Is that supermarkets take ujinga out of soccer, mjinga out of soccer. As you all know, in our tradition, we celebrate ujinga in soccer. We seem to like that so much. Ujinga is when you go to the market, the traditional market, to buy goods and find the person who is selling, say, potatoes. They have knocked down the container on the side, like say, like a kasuku or a debe, so that when they put for you beans there, you're going to get a reduced quantity of beans. Yeah, and then I tell you, this is a full kasuku of beans, but the kasuku has already been modified to make sure that it doesn't contain as much bean as somebody is telling you there is. That is what you call ujinga in business. There is no supermarket, say like Naivas or even Carrefour or even KipchiMart. There's no supermarket you go that you're going to find they're going to knock down their their containers such that when they sell you 2 kilograms, you're getting 2 kilos. So in first step, the supermarkets knock the ujinga out of markets. So sokomjinga goes away when supermarket come. And why do we need to knock the ujinga out of markets? Because, to protect the woman. Such that when a woman goes shopping, when she goes to buy 2 kilos of unga, she's buying 2 kilos of unga. Not what the person in sokomjinga is trying to claim as 2 kilos. It's not 2 kilos. So supermarkets do that. Not only do they do that, they also do all the hard job of going to assemble all those those products for you, so that your work is just easy. You can come to the supermarket and find those things on the shelves, and they're well arranged. They've got a price. And that's what we want to recognize and celebrate those supermarket people. Tell them you're doing a great job, and we ask them now, because they're doing that already, can they now expand that to the whole country, such that we have a supermarket in every village? Because that's where health access begins. Health access begins in retail. And so the supermarket is the backbone upon which the women who are the custodians of One Health stand in order for them to do what? to hold the entire sky. So, ladies and gentlemen, if women are not holding the entire sky, the sky is going to fall upon us. So, supermarkets, we need to empower them, reinforce their work so that they can continue and they can expand their backbone such that the backbone can grow into the entire nation and that it can help support women. Second way, these supermarkets are taking ujinga out of Soko is that, you know, when people produce goods in the farms, majority of the people cannot sell what they produce. Yes. Why? Because it's just very hard. Like if you produce chicken, you see very many people in the villages, they're just growing chicken, or they're growing, they have cows, they have goats, but they don't know where to sell them. Now, if the supermarkets are expanded, they will be a very good place for people to sell what they produce. And this is a conversation we want to have. How can we expand and empower those supermarkets such that they can provide ready market for the produce of the local people, the produce of labor of local people. Now, when people work so hard and they cannot sell what they produce, they actually grow stuff, then they harvest them, then they cannot sell them, and that is called post-harvest loss. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you, in Kenya, I'm not even kidding, the post-harvest loss in Kenya is close to 90%. 90%. 90%. 90%. That means that all the agricultural input you put in to grow stuff, and all this work, the majority of it is done by women. All that work is done, it goes to nothing. It amounts to loss. And why does it go to loss? It's not because we don't have people in other places in the country or other locations who would want those products that produce. It's just because nobody is coming to buy that produce from the local women. So I know that because when women grow chicken, they have eggs, then they have nowhere to sell them. Or they have goats, they have milk, they have this. Nobody comes around collecting. And eventually, if they find someone, eventually somebody volunteers to come collecting those things, they buy them at a that cheap price, the throwaway price. Throwaway means that local people are just throwing away their sweat. And that is what you call soko mjinga. Soko mjinga is characterized by throwaway prices. Supermarkets knock out that throwaway, that idea of throwing away prices. Okay, but supermarkets are very few and far between. You can see the supermarket penetration in Kenya is less than, say, 1% of the population. People living in communities in the villages do not have access to those supermarkets. And so what is next about supermarkets? Because if the supermarkets are the backbone upon which women have to stand in order for them to produce One Health, we're saying that supermarkets are the real backbone for sustainable One Health. And so we want them to come and run these workshops. And so by the end of the day, on day 4, all of us, the entire summit will have come up with a solution how we can extend access to supermarkets every corner of the country so that women can sell what they produce. Now, what's even much more exciting is that in a supermarket, say like Naivas, you can put one corner, you can put a nursing station there, a nurse, and a clinic officer, or a community health worker to be advising women about diets for the baby. Yet we come baby clinics, that when the woman goes shopping, she can also get advice about good nutrition in the supermarket. Because why did she go shopping? She went shopping to buy food for her children. So why not even put on one corner a clinic that somebody can visit? That's a baby clinic, so that women can get the baby clinic attendance there in the supermarket. Women can also get well woman clinic. These are not for, it's not an emergency center, it's not a casualty department. It's just for healthy women who's come shopping for kids, for a family, but can receive vaccines when shopping or before shopping, after shopping. Can come with a baby to the clinic and the baby receives vaccines. Okay? And that now collapses the work of having to go to the market and having to go to the clinic. So the day of the clinic and the market are one, just one day, one function. And now, of course, the supermarket would be earning money for doing that. And that's what we are talking about. And so our supermarkets, instead of just becoming supermarket for selling goods and services, goods for like food and clothes and stuff like that, becomes also a place for health delivery or for health access. So it means that supermarkets can become a place for primary health access. You see that? That's what's beautiful. And you can see that by the end of this conversation, those who get the message, the supermarket, of course, they will manage to attract a lot of investors who can help them expand, and a lot of skillful people. And then we can expand the supermarkets throughout the whole nation. So that's just about the retailers.
The IG, DPB, AG, DCI, and
okay, somebody's talking. Then the other thing about the other workshops, we have got health access workshop. General Electric has expressed a lot of interest. General Electric manufactures all kinds of biomedical equipment, diagnostic equipment, from laboratory testing to imaging. And so the conversation is is underway. So Augustine, they are going to General Electric today. And General Electric is very, very excited. He's gonna do health access. You see, General Electric will make now telemedicine possible. If even now, when talking about a clinic in a supermarket, so General Electric has a lot of devices that can be used in such remote locations. And yeah, it's so exciting when these things begin falling into place like that. So we have supermarket owners, people like General Electric, and so many others coming along. And you are not going to be alone. You are going to be in a party of the winners, because you're a winner yourself. That's what I wanted to add about that, give you updates about what's been happening, but that is supremely beautiful. I hope you've understood the creative process, which is the nature of the profound networking to actuate the creators within. Because within you is a creator, which is yourself. You are a creator. You don't know. So that profound networking is going to help you to actuate your creator, so that you can be present among the creators and create big solutions for women. Thanks so much. Back to you, Dolphin.
Okay, thank you, Dr. for that updates. Yeah, those are lovely updates. Yeah, so thank you so much. So I would like first to start by thanking Faith for that wonderful presentation. And then I'd like to thank Dr. Macharia Waringi for being us, for creating time for us, attending this our session. Thank you so much, Dr. We really appreciate you. And also I'd like to thank Diana Mondi for giving us the presentation on Actuate Pre-Boston's Nairobi Summit. Thank you, Diana. Yeah, and I would also like to thank each and every one of you for making time to this meeting. So thank you once again, and I hope everyone has filled the form. Yeah, I posted on the chat box, and if you haven't, kindly let me know so that I resend the form. So see you again next week as we will be starting our cohort 4. So thank you so much. And the meeting is adjourned.